Hey everyone, welcome to our live chat, the last one of the day. I'm gonna fix this up really quick. So I hope everybody is having a great day today on this Thursday. And we are going to finish up with we're keeping this theme of glow going on. And so we're gonna keep going with that. So hey Candy, good to see you. So we do come to you live each and every day and Monday through Thursday, 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4, and then Fridays at 8 and 10. And so we are here to answer your questions about Luminous, whether it's color cosmetics. Of course, we have airbrushing. Anything and everything is on the table for you to learn. But we do like to go over, hey, Susan, good to see you. I'm excited that we moved to Texas. And hey, Jeannie, good to see you as well. So every time we do go over the basics of airbrushing. So we know it's important for people to know what you're going to get, what to expect, all of that. And so we are very upfront that there is a learning curve, and that you've been doing traditional makeup for so long that now that you're airbrushing, you're putting it on a different way. You're not touching your face. And so it does take some getting used to. And so, but getting used to it's the fun part, because you get to play with it, experience it, and all that fun. Now, this is one of our starter kits that we have. And if you notice that it does come with makeup, we give you the 2 bottles of foundation in the large bottles, so you can play with it. You can experience it. You can have fun with it. And then we also give you some love and some blush. Now the blush is super high pigmented. It is going to bloom. And so there's tricks to using that, as far as if you want to put that on first and then put the foundation. It does help blend everything together. Now, these are the steps that we want you to do to get started. The very first thing is get it out of the box. Very first step, get it out of the box and just turn it on and experience that air on your face. Moving the stylus around, feeling that air, doing this, keeping it 4 finger widths away. That is actually practicing. That's practicing. That's getting used to your airbrush. And so we want you to make sure that you do these following things. When you're ready, you can put water in here and kind of feel that on your face as well before you even start doing the foundation. You can even put some foundation in your stylus and spray it on a paper towel, a Kleenex, a piece of paper, something, because then that way you get to see actually how it is applied. So what happens if you do pull back too hard on the trigger? What happens if you don't move? So you'll see all of those things that we're talking about. You'll see them in action. All right, so let's go ahead and Muzi, good to see you, baby. You're so sweet. And so let's go ahead and get started. We are going to put some lashes on, but I'm wondering if I want to jazz up the eyes a little bit more. We had some fun with our eyes today, and I think I'm going to go with the nude and naughty. Hey, Patty. Good to see you. I'm going to go in with kind of a mauve color, just right a little bit more in my crease here. And bring that up just a little bit. And then I can go back in with the darker brown or even a black in that lower outside crease. And I'm just making a V with my brush, but I'm not even really picking the brush up. I'm just blending it back and forth like that. All right. And I think that's all I'm going to do. Oh, actually, you know what? I lied. I'm going to do a little bit of shadow underneath. Just to do a little bit of that liner, a little smudgy smudge, where it is a little more smudged, not as defined as like a liquid liner or anything like that. All right, so now I'm going to go in and I'll do the CC concealer. I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go in and do, let's do the CC. Where is it? There we go. I'm doing the CC concealer in light beige. Hey, Lazina, how are you? And I'm shaking it up. Putting my drops in my stylus. And I'm going to put this underneath my eye. So I'm working on my pre-coverage. So let me make sure. So I can go in there and kind of focus just under that eye area, even on my nose a little bit to help with that redness. I have some redness on my cheeks, a little here. Now the concealers come in 5 different shades, so I am using the one that is the light beige. Hey Maria, good to see you. Going between my nose, a little bit on my brow, right there. And that's all I'm going to do for that. Now, if you were watching earlier on YouTube, we had some fun with like the rose gold luminizer and then even our exposure highlighter in bronze. I'm actually now going to do the rose gold illuminizer. And so I'm going to put that on before my foundation, even though this is a traditional makeup, I can still put it on before, because how airbrush goes on, it's not going to cover it up 100%. It will dial it back a little bit and blend it in, but it's not going to cover it 100%. Oh, well, I hope you had a good festival. So as you can tell, I put it on pretty strong because I'm going to show you. I might need to wipe some of that off. That it does blend in. Now I'm going to do this side. And, you know, I did put some of the concealer on, but for the most part, I have a little more freedom to move it around. I don't like rubbing my face, period, because I didn't want to create more wrinkles and crinkles. And so I'm just still patting that in. Can even do my nose. And I'll put some down there. And right there. So as you can tell, there's some shimmer going on. All right. So now let's go ahead and I'm going to do the bronzer too. Some contouring before getting started with the foundation. So I'm going to do a little bit of contouring right underneath that highlight. And I'm just adding a couple of drops of the matte bronzer. Now, if you have the matte bronzer and it is too dark for you, you can always add some foundation, a lighter foundation in it. And you can even add glow in it if you need to lighten it a little bit. So I'm just doing it right, doing my temple, contouring around my temple area, right underneath where I did put that shimmer, jawline. Blending down. So I still have the shimmer in my eyes that I did right there, a little bit on in the inside. That's even still there. And doing this, I'm still not covering up that shimmer. So knowing my face, I always say, you know, like mine's kind of at the tip of my ear because I work this way. But if you do make a fish face when you're contouring, and by the way, Jeannie asked, what part of the ear do you start to contour? Because we have Facebook and YouTube going on. So you can follow that line. Some people might be middle ear. Just get it around the ear. I think you'll be good. All right. Now that's all of the contour I'm doing. And now I'm going to add my foundation. Oh, good. I have another bottle. So I'm shaking up. And I'm using Mystic Shade 3. And then I always start one spot and make one complete pass. Now, because I did do the concealer under my eyes, I don't have to move all the way up. I just want to make sure that it's blended. Covering the neck. Right underneath the nose, between the nose and the mouth. And back there. So that's one complete pass. So you can see that it is more blended. You still see plenty of the shine there. But my contour still stands out. The shimmer still stands out. If I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, well, maybe this part's too shiny, or this is, I need to blend this more. You can go back in and do that. Although I'm out of foundation. So let me add a couple of more drops of the foundation. And with that, you do, with the foundation, start with about 5 to 7 drops. And then if you need to add more, then add more. You'll find that the more you use this, the less makeup you're going to use. And so doing 5 to 7 drops also helps gauge where you are in that process. If you're using 20 right now, that's okay. It's okay. You will get it down and you'll know. I'm going to tweak this eyebrow just a little. All right. There we go. So that's the Rose Gold Illuminizer, not Rose Gold Illuminizer, Rose Gold Exposure Highlighter. That one and the bronze, which I used earlier, are my faves, I have to admit. All right, so my lips are still on from what I used earlier, which was, no kidding, Blush Jasmine or Naked Tulip. Which one was it? I think it was Naked Tulip. I think it was this one. No, that's Pouting Pink. Where'd I put them? I put them somewhere. I know they're somewhere. Where did I put them? It was Naked Tulip and Wave or Waltz that we kind of added together. Because one was more on the pinkier side. So now I'm just going in to touch up the lips. Now I don't know which one I used. Aha, this must be it. Is it Pouting Peony that I used? That doesn't look right. That looks too dark. I think it was Blush Jasmine, but now I don't know where it is. Here it is. Naked Tulip. So again, on the pinkier side, but then I did add Waltz earlier to kind of tone it down, but hey, I'm digging the pink now. So we'll keep on with that. Jeannie says on Facebook, it took her about 4 months to actually learn how to use the 6 drops of foundation, but you got there, and that is great. And that's the one thing, like I tell you guys, like, don't freak out if you're using more. If I'm saying only use 6 drops and you're using 20, it's okay. Because you will get there. Again, how many times do you hear me say this? The more you use it, the better you'll be. Well, that just all fell. The better you'll be, and you'll get used to it. All right, so now let's do some lashes. So we have everything on. I do have a little bit of mascara on, and then I do have some eyeliner on. So I'm going to go in and get my lashes ready. Oops. That's one I did not want it to come off. And then here. So you can measure these before putting them on. There is a little bit of a tackiness on the lash already because it sticks to the container. And so Candy uses 8 drops. Yeah, see, you'll get it down to how many drops you use, and everybody's different. All right, I'm taking the lash and I'm going to bend it just to curve it to the shape that I need. I'm also grabbing my mirror, putting it down here, and then doing it where I can look down into the mirror. And now I have my lash, and I'm going to drag it through the glue. So I have the glue on that side. Right there. And I'm going to set that one aside. Make sure you don't have glue, which we experienced this last time I did the lashes. Make sure you don't have glue on your tweezers because it'll stick. So I'm boop, 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 boop. Curving that a little bit, and now dragging the lash through again. And I usually go in when I'm doing these regular lashes to go in and do a little glue on the ends, because if it's going to lift, that's usually where it lifts. You also want to curl your lashes at this point before putting the lash on, because that helps it mold with the fake lash. Let the glue get tacky. And then looking down, see the best way to do this. I'm going to look down and go up and over my lash. And I can place it right there. Now I'll come into the inside, and I pull it all the way to the very end. Because depending on if you cut them or even your eye shape, it's more important for the lash to go all the way to the outside edge than it is the inside. You really don't want it to go all the way in on the inside edge. And making sure that sticks. Because if I waited and didn't, and the glue is not tacky, it's going to slide a little bit. So I can just kind of hold it there. Making sure that it's all in, and you take your time, breathe. You don't have to rush. And because we did wait, you know, you have some time. It's not gonna, like, you're not gonna put it on and it just sticks, or it just, you know, if it's on, oh my gosh, I did it wrong. It's okay. I mean, the last time I did this, I took the lash off and reapplied it. And if you need to do that, then do it. All right, so now I'm grabbing this one. I'm gonna do a little more on the end, and still watching this one to make sure it is staying still. And then up and over, pulling down. Now also, because I did do liner first, I have something to shoot for. So I'm shooting for that line. And then stretching to the outside edge. Making sure that stays. Holding it in place a little bit. Bringing that down. And then I'm trying to do it where you guys can see. And bringing that over. So this one popped up a little bit. want to make sure that I drag it over, that it's stretching the right way to make sure. Jeannie's like, you make it look so easy. Well, I mean, guys, I'm struggling a little bit with it, but because I know that when you struggle, you want them just to go on and you'll be like, bam. And sometimes they don't. And sometimes you have to work with them. And that's okay. Having the glue get tacky, you are able to work with it a little bit. And I'm checking out my eyeshadow, see if there's anything else I need to do. But then I just want to make sure that they're drying the right way. Put that over there a little bit. And then I'm not having bubbles or, you know, a space, but and actually doing the line first. If you do have space between your lash line and where the fake lash is, if you did the liner first, you can't see it as much. And so that does help. It's a little trick. And I will let that dry completely, and then I will be done. So the only other thing that I would maybe add is once these do dry, I might go back over it with some eyeliner if I felt like I needed to touch that up at all. So that, you know, that can be a call that you make later. You don't have to do it right now. Sometimes I do like to do the inside corner with some additional eyeliner, just because it helps that transition from where the lash starts. It makes it look smooth and makes it look more natural than to have it just cut off. So there you go. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. And we are back here tomorrow, 8 and 10 tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys there bright and early on a Friday. Oh, Jeannie, you got to get some lashes. They're amazing. So yeah, I hope to see everybody there tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'll see you soon, guys. Thanks.